Hello beautiful ladies, and welcome to today's video where we're going to be talking about why it's okay to love America. Before we get started today, I want to give a huge thank you to the Patriot Post for sponsoring today's video. They are America's news digest, and they reached out to me when I came out as a conservative influencer and asked if I would be interested in reading their Patriots Primer, as well as talking about their publication a little bit. And I read through this and I loved it. The Patriots Primer, which is a free download when you become a subscriber with the Patriot Post, is fantastic. I absolutely loved reading it. I think it's a wonderful thing for conservative men and women to read, as well as to share with your kids, because it really gives a perspective on American history that prove what America is all about and talks about why we have strayed from what the Constitution and what our founding fathers really meant for our country when they declared independence. The Patriots Primer offers a vital lesson from our history and from our founding fathers. You can expand your knowledge and fortify your loved ones with this essential piece from the Patriot Post, and that will give you an understanding of liberty in the context of American history. You can get your free download when you sign up to be a subscriber for the Patriot Post. The Patriot Post has been around for a while, and I really loved this primer, so I really think it's worth your time to subscribe, download it, and read it, especially now that July 4th is coming up. So big thanks to the Patriot Post for sponsoring today's video, and go ahead and subscribe today. As we come up on July 4th, I want to talk about why it's okay to love America, because I think nowadays when there's a lot of strife going on in our country, it can feel like a crime to love America. And I want to say why it's okay to love America, even if we think there are things that need to change. So let's get into it. The first thing I want to talk about is that America was founded on great principles. I'm not going to get into the whole history of America because anything I say in a short video is not going to give enough credit to our founders and to our history to really be in depth enough to explain why we came into being. But we were founded as a country to give independence, freedom, and liberty to the people who lived here. We were founded with the idea that we were going to give liberty to the people, give power to the people, that the people were going to have a say in their government, and that we would have a true democracy where the people were voting for what they wanted, where the government couldn't have too much power because it was divided into three separate branches, so that it would never become such an overlord over us, so that we wouldn't actually be able to have freedom and liberty. And those are wonderful principles, and principles that we should be proud to be a part of, that we believe that everyone was created equal and that we all deserve the freedom to make choices. Nowadays, the government has encroached on those liberties quite a bit, but that doesn't mean we don't love what America stands for. So here's the thing about being an American. Being an American is like being in a marriage. If you love your husband, if you love your spouse, that doesn't mean that you don't see their flaws and you don't want to help them be better. It means that you have to love them first before you start making changes. You can't change something that you hate. And if you love America, then you can make it better. I love America, and it's okay to love America, even if you do see flaws. Now, there are certain people who say we have flaws that go way too far in one direction, and there are people who say that we have flaws that go way in the other direction. And I'm not talking about overhauling what this country stands for. I'm saying there are things that we can fix in this country, and there are things that we should go back to what our founders originally meant. But that doesn't mean that we don't love what our country is and what we were built on. America is a beautiful country that we are lucky to live in, and we are lucky to have that freedom and liberty. And loving America doesn't mean that you can't acknowledge that there are certain problems and flaws. In the same way that you can love your spouse and they will have flaws and problems. You have to love something before you can try and fix it. I am proud to be an American because America stands for freedom. It does, to the rest of the world. Our Constitution has been used as a basis for constitutions around the world since it was written. We live in a place of opportunity, not equal outcome. And even though we're a country made up of all different races, all different cultures, and all different people, We all stand for the same thing. We all are Americans that believe in liberty and freedom. And so it's okay to love those things. Our founders built this country with freedom and liberty in mind. And they were patriots who fought for what we have today. Our founding fathers are constantly being torn down nowadays, figuratively and literally. But I think it's important to talk about their similarity to Bible characters in the sense of, in the Torah, which is the Old Testament, many of the people were not perfect. Our forefathers were great men who were flawed, who made bad choices, who made mistakes, and still were able to come back from it, and still were able to do great things. And it's a lesson for us. If our forefathers were perfect, then we would look at them and think we could never accomplish anything great. We could never be better than who we are. And that's the whole point, that people and humans aren't perfect. Our forefathers accomplished great things, and they may have done evils as well. And it's not to downplay that they did evils, but it's to recognize that they did great things too. Just like we today can make bad choices and still come back and do great things. Our founders fought for a country that stood for freedom and liberty. And it's okay to love our country for what it stands for. So I'm telling you, this week before July 4th, before Independence Day, it's okay to love America. And actually, let's celebrate it. Let me know in the comments what you think. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Please subscribe to my channel and blog if you haven't already. Head over to my Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook and follow me there. Please hit that notification bell to get notified of all my new videos. Hit that like button. Please head over to classicallyabby.locals.com if you'd like to support my channel, see more of this content, and be part of our community. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!